So yeah, let's be honest. Making money isn't that hard anymore. It comes somehow. A salary, a side hustle, freelance work, something. The problem is, money doesn't like staying with us for long. It shows up, says hi, and leaves. This is where our first mistake starts. We try to be perfect with money. You know those legendary budgets? You open Excel, colors everywhere, charts and graphs. You feel like a financial genius. Week 1 is amazing. Week 2 is, I'll skip today. Week 3. The budget stops talking to you because our brain hates restriction. The moment something feels like a rule or a ban, the brain immediately starts planning its escape. That's why rule number 1 is very simple. Pay yourself first. Not at the end of the month. Not if there's money left. The moment the money comes in. Because your brain can't spend money it doesn't see. It ignores it, like it never existed. And once saving becomes automatic, the magic disappears. It's no longer a decision. And let's be honest, we usually mess things up at the decision stage anyway. Which brings us to rule number 2. Saving must be automatic. Willpower, very well-intentioned, very weak. It wakes up one day and says, "Not today, I'm tired." Systems don't do that. They don't lose motivation. They just quietly keep working. Rule number 3 sounds risky, but hear me out. Leave room for fun. Yes, fun. If your money plan feels like a how to hate your life project, your brain will eventually explode. And that explosion is usually expensive. Discipline only works if it's livable. Rule number 4, stop tracking everything. You really don't need to. You don't need to track your spending like the CIA. Just notice the leaks, subscriptions you don't use, impulse buys you totally deserved, and the just this once purchases that somehow happen 3 times a week. Rule number 5, delay big spending. Not forever. Just long enough for your brain to calm down. Because most desires disappear if you wait a little. Urgency is usually fake, but it's a very convincing lie. Rule number 6, and maybe the hardest one, define what enough means. Because if enough isn't clear, spending never really stops. More money doesn't fix that. It really doesn't. Peace doesn't come from money. It comes from clarity. The bottom line is this. Keeping money isn't a discipline problem. It's a design problem. Design your system so you don't have to fight your brain every day. Because when something feels easy, you stick with it. Anyone can make money, but keeping it is a skill. And like any skill, it becomes much easier when you stop fighting your own brain.